Hi, my name is Tamara. This is the Festival Network. My mission is to create a platform where industry professionals can be authentic about their journeys. Join me as I take you behind the scenes of the amazing culture that encompasses more than just music. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. In this interview, I sit down with Neon Tiger. Neon Tiger is an electronic producer from Raleigh, North Carolina. He discovered his passion for music in 2008 and in 2017 decided to pursue his career. I had the pleasure of casually running into and meeting Royal backstage at WCON. Not knowing him initially, I quickly became captivated by his presence, and I'm so glad that we found time on the last day to record this discussion. It's one I will never forget. Neon Tiger's music is influenced by electronic sounds, hip-hop, and artists like Herobust and Troy Boi, blending kung fu movie sound effects and soundscapes, creating an exciting fusion of genres. Neon Tiger has made a name for himself in the bass music scene thanks to his electrifying performances across the U.S. and at festivals like WCON. His tracks take listeners on immersive journeys through bass and are sure to bring out the inner tiger in you. One of my favorite things about this conversation was getting to know Royal on a personal level and learning about how he taps into his spiritual side. Neon Tiger's commitment to storytelling and his connection to Eastern culture really makes his music stand out. You can connect with him on your favorite social platforms and find his music on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. I hope this conversation inspires you to tap into your spirituality and learn how to create the best version of yourself. Enjoy. A quick disclaimer for this interview. We're at WCON, and even though I tried to provide the best quality sound, unfortunately the show didn't stop for us, and we were recording 50 feet from the main stage, as the headliners were going all out. But the content is truly amazing.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna keep it cash. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Festival Network podcast. I'm here at WCON Festival in Mulberry Mountains with Neon Tiger. You played earlier today, right?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yesterday at the Aura stage?
Prism stage.
Prism.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't catch your set. Unfortunately, we just met today, but I'm super excited to meet you and listen to your music and just the little bit that we've been talking has already been so cool, and you're such a unique person, and I feel like, more people need to know about you.
Oh, that's awesome. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Well, we were just talking about mental health, spirituality. You have a lot of influence from Eastern civilization in your music, and I just kind of want to let people know and get a little bit more information on how you incorporate spirituality and your influence in music and sharing your message.
Well, for one, I think I'm here to heal, and I think I can do that with healing through music and frequencies. And with the culture that I've been studying with, it's just like they're so deep into like the chakras and like really aligning them with like sounds, like yoga mantras. Those things really actually help you heal. You can feel it while you're doing it. Yeah, I'm a freak. I'm basically a frequency freak.
Frequency freak.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Wait, you need to coin that. That needs to be on a shirt.
Yeah.
That would sell.
Yeah. that's some real ninja shit.
So, bass music producer.
Yes.
What is your brand or your story? You were telling me earlier about the story that you have. Do you want to tell everyone what it is?
Basically, like Neon Tiger is basically like he's a humanoid astronaut who travels to many different planets to attract the stones, which are, everybody in the music scene, not everybody, but a good amount of people are like into crystals and stones.
Yeah.
So I incorporate that in the music. So he's traveling to get these stones, and each stone has like a strong power behind it.
Okay.
And the last one that he went to go retract was so powerful that it imploded him, and he became this ultra beast or whatever. So then what he's doing is he's trying to retract these gems before the space ninjas get him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want the space ninjas to get him because they're going to use it as a weapon. Kind of like how
Take control.
Exactly. And so each planet I land on is actually like maybe like a different festival. I even do funny shit like, hit them with the Wook Blaster and shit like that to incorporate the EDM scene into what I'm doing with like the lifestyle and stuff like that.
How did you come up with that?
this big ass noggin. That's how I came up with that.
You were just like laying in bed one day and you were like, were you already making music under Neon Tiger when you came up with that story, or the story influenced the Neon Tiger?
I was already Neon Tiger when I came up with that story.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been producing music under Neon Tiger?
I've been producing for 4 years, but I've been under Neon Tiger for 6. So the first 2 years under Neon Tiger, I was just DJing. And then I was like, if I really want to go somewhere with this, I gotta learn how to produce.
Yeah.
So I taught myself how to produce.
Yeah. So self-taught.
Yeah,
Do you have any mentors or anyone that was close to you that you kind of were able to learn from?
I mean, in the beginning, it was like older friends that were in the scene for a while, and they were teaching me things. But now it's like a lot of the Wakan family are willing to like reach out and show me how to like, I'm like, hey, listen to this track. I'm like, this is what you can do, and I send it back and like, and it really make you feel like a family. So it's really easy to reach out instead of feeling like that person like, hey, can you listen to my song? And I'm like, a million other people say that to them. So like when I reach out to them, I feel more comfortable about doing it.
Yeah. Who have been your biggest influences or inspirations in EDM that let's say you look up to, like idols of you?
It started off with Herobust.
Yeah.
That was one of my idols at the time. Okay. And then when I started to get deeper into music and weirder and stuff like that, honestly, it was Liquid Stranger. It was definitely Liquid Stranger because it's like, oh, I can bring this weird kung fu bass shit to light without feeling like, oh, I gotta go hard every time I fucking drop a track. So
yeah, and I feel like it's nice to have that good mix of music where like people can just listen to it while they're cooking dinner and they can like vibe to it, get down, as opposed to like there's only one place in time that I can listen to that music.
Exactly.
So I appreciate that about bass music because it's so dynamic and like you can incorporate hip hop, you can incorporate other genres within it. It makes it more entertaining, like live. But then you can also be like super chill with it.
Right. I like to incorporate frequencies into my music and actually watch it work. And then you're like, oh my God, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
Like honestly, the high that I get.
What's your favorite frequency?
I have to say 444.
444?
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yes, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we love, honestly, like, because I've gotten into, like, affirmations and meditating, I've gotten more into, like, angel numbers and just trying to be mindful
Yeah.
doing what you're supposed to be doing. Have you had any experience with, or was your family spiritual, or was that something that
It
you just
just,
kind of did?
it's literally just something. I'm like the black sheep of the family, so it's like the total opposite. Like my family is like big Christians and stuff like that. There's nothing, but like I think when I was around like maybe 11 or 12, I was like start thinking like, hey, is there something else besides just being locked into what I feel like a religion, you know? So I started stepping out, asking questions. I asked a lot of questions.
Who did you ask?
I internally.
Okay. Yeah.
Internally.
Did you start keeping a journal or diary when you were young, or was it just all in your head?
Look at his head.
Yeah.
It's a big head. I can keep a lot up in there, you know.
In the best way. It's a big head in the best way possible.
Yeah.
It's hard to like do something different than what the rest of your family does, and I feel like even though it's hard, you found your place just from sitting here and talking to you. I feel like you discovered like what your purpose is, and you do have a platform to be able to make a difference and teach people about things that have helped shape who you are.
Right.
What is your idea of incorporating spirituality and things like that within the festival community to teach people how to, become self-fulfilling and just happy? Like, how do you think you could influence that?
Just off of myself, like a lot of people just enjoy who I am as a person, and I feel like it doesn't matter what I do. I feel like I would be a great influencer, whether it's a healthy lifestyle, whether it's music or anything like that. And I definitely got to give it to my mom, who's like really charismatic, charismatic, and my fucking throat's dry as hell. I barely even have a voice, but like I feel like I can use a lot of my character to attract the things that I want. I'm not a chaser, I attract,
If it's meant for you, it'll stay.
Yeah, you know how people are like, oh, you gotta chase your dream? Well, to chase something, that means it's running away from
But
you.
you have to be in alignment with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's just like when somebody says they're manifesting, you can manifest it, but you also have to put the steps to align you to do the work. Like I said, I'm really recluse. Unless the vibe is right there, I don't say shit. It's not even like, oh, I don't like it. It's just like, I'm more of a, like, when I talk. And it's going to mean something. I don't want to just have a little small talk conversation. I'm sorry, I'm selfish about my energy.
You should be. You should be. Not everyone deserves full access to who you are, especially if they're not vibrating at the same frequency,
Yeah.
If they don't understand, if you don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth,
That's right.
then, it's easy to spot those conversations early on within the first, for me anyways, and I feel like you're probably the same person, like you pick up on vibes and energies, like if it's not there, it's not there.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I don't want to waste my time doing it.
Yeah. So this was your first Wakan, correct?
It's my first time playing with
First
Con.
time playing Wakan,
but
second time.
Third time actually attending.
Okay. What was your first festival that you attended?
My first festival was actually a small town festival. It's called Neon Weekend, and I actually got to play it. The funny thing about it is, when I got booked for that festival, everybody thought it was my festival because it's called Neon Weekend. And it was like, yo, you're throwing your own festival, you just started this shit. And I was like, no, I'm booked for it. And a cool thing about it was, I was originally booked for like a really early set, and the guy who was running the event, he saw me perform at a show like a few weeks before. He was like, bro, I didn't know you threw down like that. Like, I'm about to re-put you in another set. And so he changed up everything for me, and I got a good, decent time. But like, I don't know, it's just, in North Carolina, that was like the start of everything. Like, I had people that really believed in me, and they just kept pushing it. And then Electric Forest was my second festival.
To attend?
Yeah.
Or to play?
I did both.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like I attended there, and I actually got in because I was vending. I was doing like Ozark biscuits or some shit like that. And then
What year was that?
when they had the 2 weeks, so I think it was like 2017 or something like that.
We went in 2017 and 2018, right?
When they had the 2 weekends,
Yeah.
I stayed for both weekends.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a marathon.
That was because after 2020, they went back to one weekend, and that was the worst decision they've ever made.
Yeah, so like I went to it, and like I said, I was just working vending, but I learned one thing: I don't go anywhere without my flash drives, because you never know what the fuck could go down.
Yeah.
And
you never know.
I was just walking through, and then they had the Renegade stage. It was like it was Struggle Bus and Pinky Ring, and then I'm looking up.
I remember that.
Really? You might have seen my set.
Dude, at the after parties, right?
Yeah.
In the fucking RVs.
Yes.
Yes. We saw the Struggle Bus.
Yeah.
Who is the child? Was it this?
No, that was the secret set. Lewis the Child went with Gigi McCree and someone else at a secret set. He's talking about the Renegade sets in the RVs.
Yeah, I saw the Renegade stage, and I went up there, and I was like basically trying to find out who's running shit so I could get up there. And I think Squanto was playing at the time. And next thing you know, he was like, "Who's next?" And I was like, "I got next." And I just fucking popped my shit in there. Next thing I look up.
And it was on like the top of the RV, right?
Yeah, it was like 3,000 or 4,000 plus people out there. Didn't even know who I was.
I feel like, honestly, I probably was there. I don't know why, but I feel like I was there because I went to the after parties that year, and I remember, I don't know if he was with me the whole time.
I had a fucking like a highlighter yellow neon jacket with a tiger on the back of that shit. After we get done with this, I'll show you the video. You might get a
I'll
fucking.
be transported back.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I feel like the universe brings you like back together somehow.
Oh, fucking. That's true. Like, it's like when I lose all my friends at the festival, or like the friends that I have that we're not in the same states. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna
We
never.
always find each other though, without trying.
Just like my homie that just pulled up. Like, I was like, bro, especially with the issue I got going on, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to find him. And the next thing you know, we're like, boop.
Yep.
That happened to us.
What the fuck?
Right after we were done.
Fucking at Lost Lands.
It's massive.
My friend's never been to a massive festival. It's like really like 200 people. And it was funny because like I feel like I'm really connected to the people that I could like get in contact with. And every time he would get to a certain spot and be looking around for me, it was like I could feel him, and I just look back and be like, hey. And he came up to me, he was like, yo, how did you know like when to do that? How I just feel you.
You also might have some extraordinary sense in it.
I do. No, like on a deeper level, like really. One time I was with my mom. We were just random ass day. We're at a stop light. And I'm looking at this BMW. I'm just looking at it because it looks nice. And I'm like, damn, that's fly as hell. And then I get a flash. And I look at my mom, I'm like, something's about to happen to that car. And next thing you know, our van ran into the back of the fucking car.
Wow.
And then when I told her that, when I told her that, she was like, that just means your eyes are a little bit more open than most people. Because I thought she was going to think I was weird. You know?
That's cool that you guys can bond like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's rare for, sometimes parents just like, you're not friends with your parents, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's really
No,
cool.
she's always like, when are you going to have another track? Like,
Does she come to your shows and stuff?
Does she? Like I said, I'm the black sheep of the family.
Yeah.
The proudest I've ever seen my mom was when she's in that crowd, getting down with the best of them.
Yeah.
And she's 67.
Yeah. Love that.
She's getting down with the best of them. She can move too. Like, she got dance moves. Not like, rocking around. Like, she fucking, and that's where I get this shit from. Because I started out this whole thing, music-wise, dancing. I love dancing. I love the way I can express myself because I'm not a big talker. So it's like through art I can express myself.
Yeah. What's your favorite style of dance?
I crump. Yeah, I love crumping.
Crumping.
Yeah. It's really fucking raw. And like, especially if I'm going through something, I crump. I'm like, what the fuck am I going through? Like, I'm feeling so good.
Yeah.
It's like a spiritual energy that comes onto me. And I do moves that I don't even know I'm capable of doing.
Yeah. Have you incorporated, because you said earlier that you've done a lot of martial arts, have you incorporated that into your dance ever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The kicks, the fucking blocking, and then like Another thing I like to let you know is I look at each genre of like EDM as a different style of martial arts.
Interesting.
So like if I'm doing down tempo or something, that's Tai Chi.
Okay.
If I'm doing something really heavy, one of the harder martial arts is Muay Thai.
Okay.
And I like to give those sounds and the crunch, the flowiness and everything like that.
So unique. That's honestly really, really cool.
I call it Kung Fu bass.
Kung Fu bass.
Yeah. Makes you feel like you're in a fighting scene when you.
There's another shirt idea, you know. You have all these amazing terms. Seriously.
Yeah. Real ninja shit.
Yeah, I've never really experimented with dance. I've always been more of a vocalist, but I also just love DJing. Like I learned how to DJ in 2020, but I decided not to like pursue it because it was for fun. Still love it for fun.
You know, so I felt the same way about tattooing. I was
You do tattoos?
I was for a moment in time, but then I felt like I wasn't passionate enough to put some work on people.
Yeah.
You know, I was like I've done these.
You do your own tattoo?
Yeah, I've done a few of them.
Sick. Is that lotus flower?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's the lotus flower. I mean, the culture. So the lotus flower, that's Buddha. That's a food dog. I didn't never finish it. Cause I was like, I'll finish it later, and I got out of it. You know.
Yeah. Do you have any other tattoos?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got a whole sleeve. Did you do all that too?
In the inside.
Okay. Sick.
This is like all the Eastern
Dragon,
culture.
Chinese dragon.
Yeah. And
Nice.
obviously I can't show this
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, you got one on your neck too.
I think is this.
A music note and a lotus
Yeah.
flower.
And this
Yeah.
is my son's name. Titus.
Titus.
Yeah.
Sick name. How old's your son?
He's 7.
7?
Yeah.
Does he live with you?
No, he's still back in North Carolina.
Yeah. That's really cool to see like your music standing.
He's incorporated in my music.
He's incorporated into it?
Yeah, like so whatever vocal sample you hear on there is my son.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you teaching him how to rap and sing?
No, I'm not teaching him anything. He's just doing it himself.
That's
To
sick.
be honest with you, like, so when he was 2 weeks, I would strap him to my chest, put headphones on him, and DJ, or I would go record songs when I was rapping, and I just showed it to him. That was it, and then he just wanted to do it. And it makes me so happy when he's like, "Daddy, when we're gonna do a song together?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So like I said, my vocal samples is my son, and whenever I register my music, I put his name in it. So he'll forever have royalties.
That's so cool.
You're probably the coolest dad in the world. Officially.
Hey, I try, man, because we don't get a lot of credit. I mean, not even to be real, like looking like me and being a father, we don't get credit. I actually, had to battle with custody and stuff. Didn't work out in my favor, but I'm still blessed to be in his life.
As long as, you're so present,
Oh, thank you so much.
It's like,
You know,
he's
it's
not gonna feel like you weren't there for him. Like, you guys already have such a strong bond.
Yeah.
Honestly, this has been one of the best interviews all weekend. I love your
fuck
personality.
yeah.
I feel like you're such a down-to-earth, like, introspective person, and this is the most deep I've gotten with anyone because over the weekend I've tried to keep it more like about the industry.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool to get to talk about stuff that I'm also like passionate about too, and really grateful for that because it's rare to meet other people that also like incorporate the same lifestyle like techniques and just I don't know thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
Emotions. I don't know. Is there anything in the future that you want people to know or look out for? Any albums that you're working on? Any projects?
I am working on my EP right now. It's actually finished. I'm just like cleaning it.
Perfecting it.
I'm perfecting it. It's called Welcome to My Dojo.
Okay.
And like
What's a dojo?
the dojo is where you study your techniques or your skill, your martial arts studio, something
Okay.
like that. So Welcome to My Dojo. It's just like opening up my mind, showing you guys like what's inside, and like I'm not an artist who's bound to any one genre. So it's like you're gonna get a lot of bass in your face. You're gonna get shit that's real smooth, down tempo. I just like to express who I am. Like earlier today, somebody was like, so what kind of music you make? And I was like, I just make whatever I'm feeling. Sometimes I make something I don't know what it's called.
Right?
I just like making this shit. It sounds good. If it sounds good and you feel good listening to it, call it what you want.
Yeah. Why put a label or a box?
And I'm not gonna lie, I was getting kind of frustrated because he was like, no, but what is your, and I was like, why are you trying to box me in, bro? Like, I don't have one. I literally just create what I'm feeling in that moment in time.
Sick.
Like, shit, I might bust out a techno song, who fucking knows? I don't know.
You never know. Wake up one day and start producing classical music.
Oh, yeah.
So new EP coming out within the next few months?
Yes, actually
before the end of the year?
Before the end of the year.
Yeah, any other festivals you're playing at or local shows in North Carolina?
No, I'm actually not in North Carolina, but I will be playing a show in Detroit. It's called Detroit Bay City.
Detroit Bay City.
It'll be Liquor Stranger, Truth, and a few other people.
Oh yeah, that'll be a sick show.
It's a Halloween set, and I've never played a Halloween set ever in my life, and I've always wanted to. And the fact that I get to do it with Liquor Stranger is like a fucking blessing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually do like a samurai version of Blade.
Cool.
You know the movie Blade? And I got somebody that 3D printed a mask for me. Shout out to Brian, by the way. He's 3D printing a mask. It's like you know the samurai mask? It's called like a hanging mask. And it's all from right here, but it looks like a tiger's mouth.
Oh wow.
And it's green and black.
Holy shit.
So I'm gonna wear that shit out like that. Like when I do my sets, I get full character.
Yeah.
Full fucking character.
Do you put any of your sets on YouTube or SoundCloud?
I have one set on SoundCloud. As far as YouTube, I have a live stream I did back when there was COVID.
Yeah.
And they were doing like the live streams. It's called the Clubhouse Live. And it actually it popped off.
Yeah.
It paid for my fucking groceries. So.
Yeah. I think that's something that, is a little bit underrated, just being able to use YouTube to kind of like spread your music. Have you considered doing like live streams from your studio?
Yeah, I've done it a few times. It's just like, it's fun. It's kind of weird because I'm like, I want to talk to people while I'm doing it. There's nobody really there at the moment.
You can still talk?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just weird. I'm already a self-conscious person. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm already self-conscious. I already have social anxiety. So if I'm just like, blah, 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 I feel like I'm not, I don't know. It's just hard.
Well, thank you so much for this interview. I'm really
Thank you so
grateful to
much.
meet you. I'm excited to see what you do in the future. And honestly, I feel like just who you are as a person, there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to be successful and people are going to connect to your message that you're trying to spread. And I think it's really powerful what you're doing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Festival Network podcast. I'm your host, Tamara. Again, this is Neon Tiger. I'm going to tag him in all of his socials and all of the shows and EPs he has coming up. So keep following for more.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.